Guys, what's up, shrimp people? Alright, you're wondering, why are you looking at an empty, kind of dirty looking tank? Well, you're looking at it because today we're going to do something really fun, something easy and something that's going to help a lot of you out. We're going to set up a shrimp tank for Neocaridina shrimp. Now, Neocaridina shrimp are your cherry shrimp, your blue velvets, your yellow Neos, your orange sakuras, your Bloody Marys, yada yada yada. All the color variants that fall under the Neocaridina species. This setup will be perfect. Now, as you can see, this is a 15-gallon aquarium. There's no lid on it. I do have a T5 light on it. I also use LED lights, so lighting, you can go with T5, compact fluorescent, LED. It's not really going to matter at the end of the day. As long as you can see your shrimp and illuminate the tank to your satisfaction, that's what's important. Now, the tank size, I would recommend 10 to 15 gallon tank to start. Now, I'm going to show you some of the things that you're going to need for this tank. Alright, so you're going to need substrate. And substrate is the stuff that goes on the bottom of your tank. Substrate is sand, it's gravel, it's rocks, like small rocks, like pebbles. Basically, the bottom layer of your tank is substrate. And what I'm using today is an inert substrate. Inert substrate is something that doesn't affect your water parameters. A lot of times, gravels and sands are excellent choice for Neocaridina shrimp tank. And what I'm using today is a white medium grain sand for this shrimp tank. Just going to put it in and show you how it looks. So we're going to put it in. I did rinse out the sand prior to putting it in. This just helps with little dust particles that kind of float up from new sand that you buy from the pet store. So I'm going to smooth it all out. Now, I have this tank on actually an upper section of a shrimp rack that I have, so it's a little bit hard for me to do all these things. So I'll smooth it all out, and actually it's not that important to get it perfect because when you put the water in, it's going to kind of move the sand around. So we'll put some water in, and what we're going to be using is tap water. Now, Neocaridina shrimp prefer hard water, so any hard water from 7 to 8 pH, that's tap water basically. So I raise all my Neocaridina shrimp in tap water, so let's fill this tank up till it's full of tap water. As you can see, the tank that I'm working on is on the top of a rack. So this tank is a little bit hard to get to, but trying my best. I'm going to do all my filling of the tank water. Alright, shrimp people, so tank is full of tap water. Now, for this setup, I'm going to be using a sponge filter and a seeded sponge filter to help the cycle process move really quickly so I can add shrimp a lot faster than if I didn't add a seeded sponge filter. So I'm going to be using a product called Prime, and what this does is it removes chlorine, chloramines, ammonia, and if I was to just put a seeded sponge filter directly into tap water, the tap water would just kill all of that beneficial bacteria. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Prime as per the directions on the bottle, and after that, okay, I've just put in the recommended dose. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a sponge filter that I have running in an established cycled aquarium shrimp tank that I know is safe to use and that's ready to use. Now, this is what I do on all of my tanks. A lot of my tanks I put 2 sponge filters in. If I ever need to quick start a tank, just remove 1 or 2 of the sponges off the dual sponge filter and use that to cycle my new tanks. I have this right here. I'm just going to grab it real quick. Alright. Here it is. And drop it in. And I'll need to get my air line, attach my air line and my air pump to this filter. Get this going. Alrighty, so I'll put it in the corner of the tank. Sometimes when you're pulling it out of the other tank, the suction cup, come on suction cup. I think this suction cup is slightly dead. 1 second, everybody. Alright, shim people. Okay. Oops. Alright, so got this sucker going. Attach the air line and to the air pump. Stick it on the back of the wall here. Got the bubbles going. Hard to see, guys. Okay, so we got our tap water that's been treated with prime. We put in our seeded sponge filter. Now you're just gonna leave this alone for about a week. After a week, because you use a seeded sponge filter, it's going to be shrimp safe. I mean, if you're unsure or not confident, you can test all your parameters. However, I've been doing it this way for years and it's always worked for me. Other thing you're going to add to this tank, you're going to add challah wood, you're going to add leaf litter, and you're going to add moss. So just take it down here to another tank to show you some examples of some stuff you want to put in. Got some challah, lots of moss, and you see this pile over here of leaf litter? This is pretty important. And I know some people just put 1 or 2 leaves in their tank, but if you want a thriving colony, you really should put kind of dedicate a corner to having that surface for biofilm. Alright guys, you got it. This is all you need to do to set up a Neocaridina tank. It's super, super simple. Wishing you guys the best of luck. Thanks for watching.